Meanwhile, at the Grand Cemetery at John's tomb crypt, let's get inside where Angela is looking at her father's tombstone on the wall. Oh, how I lost you so soon in my life. You were always kind-hearted, even though you didn't let much people know. Overall, you're the best dad I could ask for. And as Isabella came in and went to where Angela is, and she saw her. Meanwhile, at the Dawson's house in the living room, Sean's sitting on the couch waiting till Greg came in, and as he closed the door and head to the living room. Honey, you here? And as Sean got up and turned and saw his dad, just as he came to where he is. Sean, can't your own son still come and surprise his father once in a while? Well, suppose. Is your mother upstairs? Actually, there's no one here at the moment. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in Greg's office, Claire came in, and as she closed the door and head to where Greg's desk is, and as she sat down and turned on his PC, and she saw a password screen. I wonder what password my husband would use. Well, that's a mystery and a wild guess. No matter. And as Claire got her iPhone out and began calling someone. I need to see you. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room, Carly, Sharon, Tristan, Bobby, and Scott are talking. You're thinking about having to testify on your behalf. Exactly. That way, it'll give the jury some sympathy towards my client. Excuse me. And as Darla came to where they are, and Carly, Sharon, Tristan, Bobby, and Scott saw her. You all are aware that we're listening to every single thing you like planning right now. This doesn't concern wrong. This is my case and it does, so there's no way I'm letting... You know what? Second thought, let her husband testify. It should really be good. And as Darla turned and walked away. Why do I get the distinct feeling she's up to something? And as the guard came back with Taya and Brody, and they all saw them. Scott, is there any way I can testify? Actually, we were talking about it and it's a go. Keep in mind, and as Darla came back to the arm, I will be cross-examining him as well. And as Darla turned and head back to where she is. I might have a chance. I'll do what I can. And as they turned and began kissing each other. And pulled back, with Taya went and sat in front of Scott while Brody went and sat down next to Carly, Bobby, and Sharon and Tristan just as the bailiff came in to the front. All rise, and as everyone stand up, along with Carly. Here we go. Meanwhile, at the Wheat and Rich Manor in the living room, Emily and Stefan are talking. Dude, you don't scare me. Have you forgotten about my brothers? Those fools can't even touch me. Where is my husband? There'll be plenty of time to work wrong. I'm aware of what you did, and you think Kyle's innocent in all this? If you really did your research, you would know how destructive we could really be. The only thing is, Kyle's changed since the computer chip installed got deactivated, and now it's your turn, and there's someone knocking the door. Whoever that is gonna be an example of what I can do. And as Stefan turned and headed to the door. No! And as Emily went and blocked Stefan just as he got to the door. Really? Let me answer that. It could be my mom for the matter. Meanwhile, in Long Beach on the Queen Mary in the wedding chapel, Tamara's at the altar thinking. CJ, it was supposed to be you that I'm supposed to be with, but clearly you move on to Helen. I take that you're ready for the ceremony. And as Leo came to where Tamara is, and she turned and saw him. Seeing that Kevin in CJ's life tip had already told you I agreed to be a wife, so can you ease with the threats? You better change your tone with me if you want this to be a happy marriage between us. Meanwhile, in New Cutter Donut at the Hudson Ridge Manor in the Chambers, Gloria, Maria, and Jeff are talking to the unknown rugged guy. Can you tell us your name, please? So we can help, Gloria. All I want to do is help this guy. Who knows? His wife or girlfriend could have given up on him. That's why it's crucial we find out who he is. Alan and Luke. Yeah, we know about them. Can you tell us who you are? Yeah, my name is... Oh, and as he claps on the ground. He needs medical attention. Meanwhile, in the basement, Vanessa, Nate, Matt, and Justin are talking with Luke on the ground, just as Matt came to where Vanessa is, and sent someone with his wife. Oi, you okay? Yeah. The question is, What were you gonna do with him? Nothing. And as Luke slowly got up and turned and faced Vanessa, Nate, Matt, and Justin. You fools should have killed me when you had the chance. And now I'm gonna make certain you regret it. And as Luke turned and head out, but Justin came to a Luke as wrong, and as Justin whacked Luke in the head with his gun, causing him to collapse on the ground. Just as Lucas came in and saw what happened. Well, I gotta say I'm very impressed, but don't think for 1 second that you all have won. Meanwhile, at the Grand Cemetery at John Tomb Crypt, let's get inside where Angela and Isabella are talking. I miss them so much. I know what you mean. So, why do we feel the need to keep fighting each other? Oh, that's what sisters do. But I know what you mean on a scale. We have lost so much precious time with him. You're forgetting to who really blamed for all this situation. Yeah. I can't believe Linda and Wayne are still roaming about like nothing has happened. Not for long. And as Angela turned and faced her sister, what do you mean by that, Isabella? Are you planning something? And it's Isabella looking at Angela. Meanwhile, at the Dawson house in the living room, Greg and Sean are talking. Okay, what's going on, Dad? How do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. You got that look on your face that tells me something's going on, so what is it? I was taken back by your recent marriage, Dad. I love her. She's been the best thing that's happened in my life, but I know for a fact that's not it. Okay, I don't want to be the one to force to admit this, but I'm kind of worried about your mom. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in Greg's office, Claire's waiting till Harold came in. And Claire saw, shut the door, and as Harold closed the door and went to where Claire is. What can I do for you, Claire? You can drop the charade act, Harold. You know damn well who I'd be. You better not speak that name when you leave this room if you value your life. Very well. How can I help you today? I want you to hack in this computer. And as Harold came around and see what Claire's looking at on the computer screen. Sure, no problem. And as Claire got up, just as Harold went and sat her place with Claire by his side. And as Harold took out a USB stick and put it in Claire's computer and began typing the necessary buttons. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room as Taya's trial continues, the judge came in and went and sat down. You may be seated, and as everyone sat down, we are resuming the case of Vanessa Collins in the state of California versus Taya Wilson on 2 counts of attempted murder. Your Honor, and as Scott stand up, my client would like to request that you say her real married name, since everything's out in the open all. Very well then. Taya Carter. And while you're up, Scott, why don't you call a next witness? I would like to summon someone that might throw some benefits in my client's case. Your Honor, and it's Doris Stenham. Really? I'll allow it. I'm assuming you're talking about her husband, right? Yes. Your Honor, all he's doing is trying to manipulate the situation, and I'm aware of that, Joller. Need I remind you that this is my courtroom and we play by my rules. Got it? Another outburst like that and you'll be held in contempt. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Honor. Now sit down. And as Doris sat back down. Going forward, I would like to call Brody Carter to the stand, please. And as Brody got up. Hey. And as Taya turned and faced him. Not to worry. I'm gonna put in a good word for you. Thank you. And as Brody turned and headed to the front to where the bailiff is. And as he waves his left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. And as Brody went and sat down while the bailiff went and stand in his respective place, just as Scott came to where Brody is. Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Ridge Manor in the front area, Emily and Stefan are talking. Fine. Tell your mother whatever you need to tell her. Bear in mind, I'm the one in control of the outcome. And as Stefan turned and headed upstairs, just as Emily went and got the door, and it's her mom, Hannah. Oi, what's took you so long? Didn't you hear me? I was on the phone with my son, and as Hannah came in, and as Emily closed the door and led her mom to the living room. And as they arrived, "You like something to drink? I'm good. So, what's going on with you?" And as they went and sat down and faced each other. "I got some news that is going to shock you to your very core." "Okay, this sounds serious." "It is. It's about my miscarriage back in 2006. Yeah, the person who's supposed to be watching you is still in jail right now, and you don't have to worry. Yeah, the only thing is, Mom, he didn't cause my miscarriage, but I know who did." Meanwhile, Stefan came back down the stairs and head to the living room entrance and began listening to Emily and Hannah's conversation. Meanwhile, in Long Beach on the Queen Mary in the wedding chapel, Tamara and Leo are talking. "Relax on your so-called threats. I already agreed to marry you." "Okay, we're gonna need some guests to validate and witness our wedding. Now, I have taken the liberty to bring a few of my mates here." "What do you mean?" And as Stephanie, Paul, Katie, and Chad came in, and Tamara and Leo turned and saw them. "You know them?" "Of course he does. We're quite known around here." "You didn't call anybody that you know now, did you?" "Yeah, I did. Oh, just so you know, I'm here for Leo's behalf. Kay, I was not referring to you." And as Janet and Joseph came in, and Leo and Tamara saw them. "Well, since everything is almost in place, Paul, would you mind being my best man?" "Sure." "Janet, can you assume the role of my maid of honor?" "Yeah, I can do that." "In order to make this wheel as wedding as possible, let us take our place." And as Leo and Paul head to their respective place, while Janet, Stephanie, Katie, Chad, and Tamara went and exit the room. Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor in the chambers, Gloria, Maria, and Jeff are talking to the known rugged guy. And as they all got up, "We gotta get this guy out of here and fast." "Good idea, guys. We don't know how many guards that might be set up this way as we speak, and I don't give a damn. We're getting out of here one way or another, and I'm not letting nobody come in our way." And as Gloria came and helped Jeff got the guy up, and as they led him to the exit with Maria in tow, and as they head upstairs to the main room in a while. Where are we? This must be the basement, which means there's one more floor to go. Come on. And let's continue to walk towards the end of the room. And as they head to another room, where they saw Luke passed out on the ground with Vanessa, Matt, Nate, Justin, and Lucas there. And as Lucas turned and saw them. "Well, look at this. A happy reunion. It's just too bad it's not gonna end the way you think." And it's Justin whacked Lucas in the head, causing him to fall to the floors. A bit of advice, mate. Never turn your head around when someone has a gun in their hand. Come on, we don't have much time. Either way, we're gonna get out of here. He's right. And as Vanessa noticed the rugged guy Jeff and Gloria are carrying. "Who is Luke? We can all catch our breath when we leave this place now. Let's get out of here." And as they all went and left the basement, just as Manley came in and saw what's going on, and as she got her iPhone out and called someone. "We have a major problem." Meanwhile, at the Grand Cemetery at John's tomb crypt, let's get inside where Angela and Isabella are talking. "Isabella, I'm your sister and I know you quite well. The thing is, my husband and I are leaving Los Angeles. You left town before and always managed to come back here. Just like our brother, I can't stomach the thought of being here anymore. Adam just got to know our dad in a few years. I get his point of view. I'm telling you this, Angela, because I could literally kill Linda and Wayne should I see them in my sights." And as Isabella has another flashback of her firing her gun, and it's the flashback in. "Look, I know we haven't seen eye to eye over the course of the years, but you know I love you as my sister. I do too. Look, I gotta go." And as Isabella turned and went and left the crib, and as she got her iPhone out and called her mom. "Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I need to see you." "Alright, I'm coming to you right now." And as Isabella hung up and began walking away. Meanwhile, at the Dawson's house in the living room, Greg and Sean are talking. "Mom, is she alright?" Look, I know it's probably me, but she's been acting rather different. How so? I don't want to waste any alarms. You wouldn't have told me if you didn't think there would be. Now, where's she? I'm gonna check the station, see if she returned. Okay, I'm not gonna inform the rest of anything, but I'll text you should she come. Alright, before I go, what's going on with you? What do you mean? You look like you want to tell me something. I've never been more happy than I am with Isabella, which is why when I help you find Mom, me and her are leaving Los Angeles for good. Wow, I didn't realize that. It's not you. She just feel like she need to get away and regroup, just like Adam did. Whatever decision you make, just know your mother and I will stand by your side. Thanks, Dad. And as Greg turned and went and left the house. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in Greg's office, Claire and Harold are talking, and as Harold finished hacking Greg's PC. There, and as he took the USB cord out.
You are really genius. Like you got magic hands, Harold. Thank you.
What's your ultimate plan?
I didn't ask you for your personal opinion now, did I?
I'm just saying,
your servers are done. I text you should I need you.
And as Harold got up and went and left Greg's office. Just as Claire went and sat back down and began pulling up the CCTV footage of the real Claire in an undisclosed location. And as she looked at her,
Claire, my dear, you have no idea what's coming your way. And by the time you do, it'll be too late.
And as someone knocked on the door,
come in.
And as the person came in, and Claire saw who it is.
I've been expecting you, my friend.
Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room, as Taya's trial continued, Scott begins questioning Brody. Brody, I understand you were present during the time when your wife was first accused of killing Vanessa. Am I correct? Yes. In your words, can you tell the court exactly what happened? I was on my way to have a talk with my wife when I overheard Matt accusing my wife of this crime. You don't think Taya would do something like this?
Objection! And his daughter stand up. Overruled!
And his daughter sat back down. All the times I've known her, she's the most amazing woman who would never harm anybody because that's who she is. What do you say what happened afterwards when you found out? I was shocked, but I know my wife didn't kill Vanessa. I know with all my heart that she's being set up, and I just want to say I'm gonna do everything in my power to stand by her side. No more questions. And as Scott went and sat back down, and as Brody got up, so did Dory.
Not so fast, Brody. You should know this is called a cross-examination. And now, my friend, it's my turn to examine you.
And as Brody sat back down, just as Dollar came to where he is. Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Witch Manor in the living room, Hannah and Emily are talking.
Run that by me again? Yeah. Haley's the one who's responsible for my miscarriage. How? I mean, I thought she was in jail for all the murders she's done. Apparently she managed to escape when you had a ride. Right. I did cite her on the news. She's the one who pushed me. I'm betting you there's CCTV footage of the incident. I'm telling you, Mom, she tried to kill me. Look, I know you want to have all sorts of theories of what happened. Security is going over the footage as we speak. They're gonna be sending me a text very soon should they get it. And it's Emily's iPhone beats, and she got it. Is it true?
And it's Emily showing Mom the CCTV footage of Haley pushing Emily off the balcony from her iPhone. Meanwhile, on the other side, Stefan's listening to the conversation, and as he turned and head to the front, and quietly opened the door, and as he quietly closed it, and as he went and got his iPhone out and called someone. Susan, it's me. We need to meet up now. Meanwhile, in Long Beach on the Green Mary in the wedding chapel as the wedding begins, just as Katie and Shad came walking down the aisle, holding hands. Soon, they arrive at the respected area, just as Stephanie and Janet also came in, walking down the aisle, throwing flowers. And they begin talking to each other. Where's your boyfriend? I'm meeting him at the desk.
Soon they arrived and went and stand in their respective spots, just as Tamara came. And as everyone turned and looked at her, and as she began to walk down the aisle, and as she looked at Leo, and as Leo looked at Tamara, and as they both looking forward to marrying each other. Soon Tamara arrived to where Leo is, and as they turned along all the people and faced the minister.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here to welcome this lovely couple as they come in holy matrimony. Let it be said, once these two take their sacred vows, let nobody come between them. Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor in the Fern area, Vanessa, Gloria, Maria, Justin, Nate, Matt, and Jeff who are carrying the rugged man, and as they arrive, and as Vanessa turned and began to recognize who that man is. Why does that guy seem so familiar? Look, we can ask more questions when we get the hell out of here. Jeff's right. This may be our only opportunity to get out of here. Wrong, mates! Why are you leaving so soon? And as Madeline came, and they all saw her when the party is just getting started. Wrong, because we had enough of your games, and as the guards came in and began pointing guns at Vanessa, Gloria, Maria, Justin, Nate, Matt, and Jeff. You know, perhaps you're right, which is why we've been given specific instructions to make certain you lot don't get off this island alive. Actually, you are, and as the man came in and began shooting all the guards with their gun, and as they all collapsed to the ground. Wow, and as Madeline turned and saw who the person is. I thought that she escaped prison. No matter, since the others has been taken to a secret location. What do you mean by that? So there were more people on here. Yeah, sadly they're gone, and they're not gonna be the only ones, for you see, this facility and everything that lies inside will be blown sky high in 5 minutes. Hey, since you're at the door, it'll be more easy than you think. Really? So you're willing to kill your own? Guess again, and as Luke came in, and they all saw him. When it comes to winning against our competition, we always manage to stand one step ahead. So why don't you lot return to the States and deal with the situation there? And from what I heard, I'm certain there's more than enough for all of you to deal with, since you lot are never gonna find out what happened to the rest of the people that was here. Of course, in the end, it's up to you all. Spoiler alert, there is some information regarding to where the others are that lies somewhere in this house. Of course, the only reason we're telling you this information is if you can find it in time, because everything and everyone in this house will be blown sky high in 4 minutes and 12 seconds.